Coming up in sport today with me, Amelia Harris-Lindsay, in half an hour's time. I speak exclusively to the world #1 golfer Rory McIlroy, who lays out his plans for 2013 after signing one of the biggest sponsorship deals in sporting history.
I didn't play as well as I would have liked in the majors last year. I only contended once. Even though I won the one that I did contend in, I'd like to contend more.
Defending champion Novak Djokovic eases through to round 2 of the Australian Open. And Cristiano Ronaldo pledges his loyalty to Real Madrid, back from suspension and ready to help turn the Spanish champions season around. All that in 30 minutes with me. Rory, huge congratulations. One of the biggest sporting sponsorships in history. I'm guessing the drinks are on you tonight.
Yeah, I'm just excited to be a part of the Nike team. You know, it's been an aspiration of mine for quite a while. You know, I've been a fan of the brand for a long time, and you know, to be on a list of many athletes, you know, connected with the brand, some of the best athletes ever, is it's a proud moment for me.
Rory, I'm going to repeat a quote for you. A couple of years ago, you said, "For me, it's not about the money. I've always dreamt of playing golf simply to win big tournaments." The same, I take it, still applies.
Yeah, of course. You know, the biggest tournaments in the world for us are major championships, and and that's my ultimate goal. You know, I've won a major each of the last 2 seasons, and going into this season, 2013, I feel like I want to do the same thing, and I think that Nike will help me achieve that goal.
At almost $50 a minute, Rory, we might have to keep this interview a little bit short. What responsibilities do you think this new deal is going to put onto your shoulders?
I'm not so sure. I mean, I don't think it really changes anything. I'm a golfer first and foremost, and as I said, I want to win as many golf tournaments as I can. And as I said, it's just great to be a part of such a great company, a company that I've admired for quite a long time. So, but as I said, just try and play the best golf I can, and everything else will take care of itself.
Speaking of playing the best golf you can, minutes after the deal was announced, your advert popped up with Tiger Woods, which was fantastic. We all loved it here. It must feel fantastic to now be really good friends, I guess, with the world #2 golfer as well.
Yeah, it's it was great fun to shoot that advert, and Nike have run some really great campaigns in the past that I've been a huge fan of, and just to be part of it, to be part of an advert like that, to be part of it with Tiger Woods, who was one of my idols growing up, was a great thrill for me, and something that I was really proud to be a part of.
Now, obviously, you worked exceptionally hard to become the world #1 golfer and to have 2 majors under your belt. What will you regard as success, Rory, for 2013?
I think for 2013, I just want to try to keep improving. I didn't play as well as I would have liked in the majors last year. I only contended once. Even though I won the one that I did contend in, I'd like to contend more, and I want to give myself a chance at all 4 of the majors this year, sorry.
You've worked, obviously, very hard to become world #1. We've seen some golfers in the past struggle to adapt to new equipment, golf clubs and so on. Are you concerned about that, or are you looking forward to the challenge?
No, I mean, I don't think it's a challenge at all. The transition has been absolutely seamless, and I'm excited. This is my first tournament of 2013 in Abu Dhabi, and just excited to play with the equipment in a tournament finally. So, really just looking forward to getting on that first tee on Thursday.
I'm sure you are. Now, Rory, your age is something that's quite often being referred to. Russell Henley, somebody else, I think between the two of you, you're pretty much bringing the average age down. What a phenomenal performance from him at the Sony Open. Is he someone you're going to be keeping an eye on?
Yeah, for sure. He's a great player, also a Nike athlete, and for a rookie to win in his first start out was phenomenal. And the first time I saw him was at the 2011 US Open. He played well there, where I eventually ended up winning. But he's a huge talent, and obviously he played well at the weekend, and I'm sure he'll continue to do great things.
Now, the Ryder Cup committee's got a huge decision to be made, Rory, over the next 24 hours or so. We know that you'd like Paul McGinley to be the European Ryder Cup captain, but Colin Montgomery's camp seem fairly confident that he's going to be given the nod. How would you feel if it was Colin Montgomery again, Rory?
You know, what will be will be. You know, I would like to see Paul get it. I think he deserves a chance at being the Ryder Cup captain. I played under Paul in the Sevi Trophy, a team event in 2009, and I thought he did a great job. You know, he did all the small things right, and you know, even in the Ryder Cups that I've played in, he's been a vice captain, and I think he's been a very influential voice in the team room. So, you know, I would love to see him get the job. If he didn't get it, I would be slightly disappointed, but you know, at the end of the day, it's not up to me.
Is Paul McGinley somebody then that you kind of look up to and respect almost as a mentor, Rory?
Yeah, he is. You know, I've known Paul for a long time, since my amateur days, and you know, he's always been great to me. And you know, as I said, I'd love to be a part of you know, his team in 2014 in Glen Eagles. But you know, as I said, that decision isn't up to me. But you know, that's just my opinion.
I think we're all going to look forward to the announcement of that, Rory. And just finally, your girlfriend, Caroline Wozniacki, she's over there in Australia, looking forward, I imagine, to the first Grand Slam of the year. Do you think you're going to get a chance to go over there and support her? And how is she feeling going into it?
Yeah, I was in Australia the last couple of weeks at her warm-up tournaments at Brisbane and Sydney, and she actually plays first on Hisense Arena tomorrow morning. So I'll get up in the middle of the night here in Abu Dhabi and watch, and you know, hopefully she gets through that, and it would be great to see her make a run into the second week. You're
a very dedicated boyfriend, Rory McIlroy, and the best golfer in the world. Thanks very much for joining us here on BBC World News.
Now, there's still no sign of an end to the NHL lockout. The American Ice Hockey League was due to start this month, but that's looking unlikely now as their dispute with the Players' Union rumbles on. Bad news for American fans, but the British Elite League is benefiting as they're getting some truly elite players. Here's Amelia Harris-Lindsay.
It's the sheer skill, speed, adrenaline and physicality that's made the NHL attract such strong support, particularly across North America. Arguably, it's the best league in the world, but a contractual dispute between the players and the owners has created an NHL lockout. It means the season is at a standstill. So you're an NHL player, you've trained all summer, you need somewhere to hone your skills. What do? Well, some players are choosing to play for other leagues across the world. We're here at the home of Nottingham Panthers to meet Carolina Hurricanes' Anthony Stewart.
I haven't been here too long, and it's not that big of an adjustment. You know, the food's the same, the language is the same. I have a brother right now that's playing during the lockout in Germany, and you know, it's a totally different culture shock for him right now with you know, different food. People don't really speak a lot of English over there, so you know, I got the lucky draw in choosing Nottingham choosing me to come over here to play.
Both parties have gone into it with our eyes wide open. You know, we can't offer the salaries in this league that the guys can earn in the NHL. It's called The Show, and it's called The Show because they get stars' wages.
But while there may be differences in skill between the Elite League and the NHL, some things remain very much the same. Meet Philadelphia Flyers' Tom Cecito, who's with the Sheffield Steelers during the lockout.
They're great here, and you know, they welcome me with open arms on Twitter, everything, and it's great to be part of Sheffield.
But Detroit Red Wings' Drew Miller's managed to keep hold of his teeth since arriving on these shores. He's just signed up with Brayhead Clan.
It's one of the reasons why I jumped at this opportunity to play here for the Clan so quickly is you get to stay sharp and you get to play in the actual hockey game.
But while the leagues may be separated by several thousand miles, the ice hockey fraternity remains strong.
It's a great bunch of guys, and a lot of guys, you know, taking me out, showing me around, inviting me to dinner. So they've definitely making me felt welcome to the team, and the organization is definitely first class. Any kinds of new foods that you've tried whilst you've been over here? Yes, I'm pretty kind to the crumpets right now. So I think I've had about 25 since I've been here. So they're definitely great, and trying them with honey, ketchup, and I heard you recommend, was it marmalade or?
Marmite.
Marmite, so I'll give that a try.
So while the NHL lockout seems to be no closer to a resolution, it seems that the Elite League might be providing the ideal solution for both club and those displaced NHL players. Amelia Harris-Lindsay, BBC News.
OK, that's about it from Sports Day, whatever sport you're watching.
We heard yesterday that after constructive and cordial meetings with management and senior players, Kevin Pietersen has been recalled to the England squad for the tour of India this coming winter. One of his former teammates, Andrew Flintoff, well known and loved as an England and Lancashire cricketer, joins us now. We're going to hear about your new sporting career shortly, but firstly, just a quick word on Pietersen. If Pietersen performs well for England in India for their upcoming tour, do you think this text message saga will be forgiven and forgotten?
I think it's the sensible decision, getting back in the side, get England back on winning ways. I think you're right. If England do start winning games of cricket, this will be quickly forgotten. On the flip side, if they don't, hopefully it's not going to rear its ugly head again. But to have Kevin back in the side, if we're trying to be the best in the world, he needs to be in there.
He certainly does. Let's talk about your dramatic move. Adam Hollyoak, probably the only cricketer I could think of that moved into UFC, cage fighting. It's not boxing. It's not the normal move for a cricketer. What was your kind of motivation behind it?
It's not. No, I was a boxing fan growing up as a kid. I did a bit of boxing training when I was playing cricket. And then I met Barry McGuigan about a year ago. And then the idea spawned from there. And before we know it, I got my first fight on the 30th of November at the Manchester Arena. So it is a massive lifestyle sporting change, but one I'm relishing. I'm enjoying being a sportsman again. And with Barry and Shane McGuigan, I'm in the safest possible hands.
I suppose boxing is sort of reputed to have the strictest of discipline in terms of training, very tough mentally, very tough physically, and you're going to get hit, it's going to hurt.
Well, that's it, and it is a lifestyle change. It's the diet, it's everything, the training twice a day, the sparring. And I remember going into the ring for the first time and taking my first punch and just waiting to see, is it going to work? And then I think, oh, I'm still here, I'm still going. But it's massively different. But as I say, being a sportsman again, getting up in the morning, doing the training, having something to work for is what I thrive on, and I'm actually loving it.
It must be brilliant. You're going to be fighting, I think, 6 days before your 35th birthday.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that your celebrations this year might be a little bit muted. You're going to go for wheatgrass and steamed chicken for your birthday meal? Or...
But I say I'm on this diet. I'm having steaks for breakfast. I'm eating chicken, a lot of fish. I've dropped a lot of weight. And then on the 30th after the fight, I'll try and keep it up. But I reckon the 6th of December is going to be a big day. I'll be looking forward to my birthday. Are
you going to be doing a Ricky Hatton, do you think, and really kind of, shall we say, relaxing on the diet and exercise front in between bouts?
No, do you know what? I've lost weight and I feel really good for it. And, afterwards I probably won't be able to keep up as strict as this. However, I do want to keep training. I do want to keep ticking over. And, the first fight is at the end of November, and then see where it takes me from there.
Fantastic. Well, obviously, the best of luck and congratulations. Just a quick word, Sports Personality of the Year. Probably such a close call. It's so hard, isn't it? But if you were to have to pick one contender, who would it be?
I'm torn between Mo Farah, I love Mo, I thought he was amazing, and Bradley Wiggins, but for me, I think Bradley edges it. Winner of the Tour de France, 2 gold medals. So for me, I'd be voting Bradley Wiggins.
Indeed. It's certainly going to be a tough year. Freddie, thanks very much for joining us. And best of luck, of course, November the 30th at the Manchester Arena. OK, that's all from the BBC Sports Centre. Back to you two.
Amelia, thank you.
Now, there's a reason they're called the Globetrotters. They're known the world over for their slick tricks and sharp skills. Now, the Harlem Globetrotters, America's most famous exhibition basketball team, are coming back to the UK. They tip off their tour in March, and Amelia Harris has had a sneak preview.
Come on, Jacob.
I'm all for getting kids into sport at an early age, and young Jacob may just have it. Wow! The Harlem Globetrotters have starred in The Simpsons, met President Obama at the White House, and Count Nelson Mandela, an honorary team member. They've showcased their skills in 120 countries, spanning 6 continents. These guys have attracted hundreds of millions of fans across the globe, and it's pretty easy to see why. Meet Slick Willie Shaw and Ariel Mighty Mitchell.
Well, I've started playing basketball since I was 2 weeks old.
2 weeks
Now
old?
I'm playing since I was 6 years old. And ever since I was 6, I wanted to play professional basketball. And the Harlem Globetrotters granted me with the opportunity 9 years ago. And here I am talking to you 9 years later at Manchester. I've been blessed to travel the world, see the world, entertain people, and give them something to remember for the rest of their life. See that smile right there? That's priceless, and that's what the Harlem Globetrotters is about.
We have a lot of main attractions with the Globetrotters. We have the tallest professional player, we have the shortest professional player, and we have 3 great females. And I would love to see women with the Globetrotters, like girl power, and it's just a great thing. You can reach the little girls and the guys. So you're doing a lot of things in one.
So it's all pretty straightforward. Spin it up with the right, round the back, onto the left, back up in the air. There you go, through the legs, round back to the right hand, back around the back. and up in the air again. And a little shimmy for luck.
That's the proper way you spin a basketball.
Yeah. Well, child's play really, isn't it? So, to see the Harlem Globetrotters live, up close and personal, their UK tour gets underway in March of next year. Amelia Harris, BBC News in Manchester.
Easy peasy. Well, that's all from Sports Day for now. There'll be more sport on the BBC News channel.